Yo, what is up, guys? Cloud here. Be aggressive, old channel. We were making fun of you, things of this nature. Technically, I'm Goon. If you watched my last video, you'll understand why. Regardless, I like to speak on a subject that is pretty good, decent subject. You know, it's something that makes you kind of want to think about who you are and exactly where you might be placed in the eyes of others, especially me. The whole world, the whole world of America anyway. I'm not very sure about other areas because I haven't really traveled outside of America, but the whole area of America, or at least Texas, or the general area I live in, fuck it, as far as I'm concerned, it's everybody. They're sheep. We are all sheep. There is a standard to life, supposedly, that we have created by the people that we see to be the more popular, or the more fit in, or something of this nature. And we follow it. Anything higher than us, we tend to follow. No one really rebels. If you look at it from like a lower level, you know, I don't want to get anywhere so I do want to get sophisticated with it, but we'll get to that later. Regardless, like, you look at it from the perspective of a person like me. I'm 17. Ooh, not 16. No, I'm 17, and I go to high school with a bunch of black people. It's crazy. It's always some black person doing this or someone doing that, and it's not even funny. And so we have some who rock polo and Levi's and J's, and anyone outside of that range is considered an outcast. They are someone who doesn't belong or doesn't fit in. They're the lame in the situation. And somehow, some odd way, everyone actually believes that. Supposedly because based off the logo on your clothing depicts your social status. I don't understand the logic there. Okay, so basically if I spend $60 on a shirt, I am instantly considered to be somewhat normal. I don't see where that makes any sense. And what's so sad about it is that the generation of people actually go along with it. If they don't have any polo, they don't consider themselves to be cool. Or they will even go out to buy polo just to become cool. They follow the crowd. They're fucking sheep. I don't understand why people do this, why they want to be the ones to fit in. I mean, sure, I can understand, like, you know, bullying reasons, or you just want to fit in and you want to be that guy, but to what extent are you changing who you are in totality to fit in with a crowd of people that do not care about you when it's all said and done? I mean, honestly, they don't give a fuck about you. Once you buy your polo shirt and your fancy shit, I mean, what next? You got polo now, cool. I wear polo, you know, I rock Levi's. I even rock, like, you know, Obey clothing line is pretty fucking cool to me too. But when I'm wearing these clothing items, I don't feel in any more control or any more different than who I actually am, which is just crazy because people, they down others that can't afford this. So it's like, basically, if you're broke, you're an outcast, and if you're rich, you're someone important. Since when? And as far as I'm concerned, a lot of the people that live in this world that have this polo and shit, you got it from your mother anyway. I mean, it's just a concern with me. I mean, I seen this Facebook video one time, right? There was this girl, and she didn't have the new J's or whatever, and so this other girl, she's stalking her home, making fun of her the whole entire way because she didn't have the new J's. That's your reasoning for wanting to pick on somebody? Like, what kind of life do you have, kid? You followed someone home just to make fun of them over the fact they don't have the new J's. Why is this even important? No one cares if you have the new J's, nigga. When you go home and you go to sleep, you're not going to be losing any sleep because the motherfucker didn't have the new J's. Now, are you really? No, you're not. No one's gonna lose any sleep. And then it's just so fucked up because people are, like, getting beat up behind this shit. People are losing lives behind this shit. People are changing themselves behind this shit. And how I see it, it's just fucking clothes, man. Like, honestly, who the fuck cares? And it just bothers me. It touches me somewhere that I shouldn't be touched, really deep inside my private area, okay? It makes me feel weird, you know, because I sit down in my school sometimes, and I'm a really observant person. I try to be aware of my surroundings at all times. While I'm in the process of observing, I hear people laughing at people because, oh, the nigga got Skechers, oh, he got shoes from Payless. Okay, And what? Yeah, she was from Payless. Leave the nigga alone. I mean, I believe, honestly, if we could wake up and choose the life that we want to live, we would not have the ones that we have currently. That's how I feel. The people that you make fun of, just for those who might be listening that might be in this group of people, the people that you make fun of, they do not wake up and want to live the life that they live. They didn't wake up saying, yeah, I want to rock the cheapest and most inexpensive things in the world and have the most non-luxurious items. You know, I'm sorry, I can't afford a motherfucking, Lamborghini and shit. It's not their fault. They didn't wake up just wanting the life that they have. It's not their fault. Parents sometimes put themselves in bad dispositions. Their moms may not have finished college or some shit. Even then, they might not even have a dad in their life. Things can be harder for them than what you actually see. And you honestly believe that their clothing depicts who they are or what kind of person they are or what even deserves to happen to them. Like, that is so stupid. And what's even more fucked up about it is that you people are so materialistic that you fail to acknowledge the fact that after you die, all your materialistic items that you keep on earth are not coming with you, bitch. You will burn in hell. I mean, it's so fucked up how things like that happen to people. And if you want to look at it from a broader perspective of sheep following crowd, let's just take what America does when it comes to the law. I read a book, and this man said something in the book that really intrigued me. He said some shit like, well, okay, let's not even quote him. Let's just go with, long story short here. Basically, that we follow the law over our conscientious thoughts. Is basically what he's saying. And he's so right. We will allow the law to completely manipulate us, completely, 100%ly, because we don't want to go to jail and things of this nature. There's consequences and repercussions that come along with not following the law. Granted. But, when is it ever okay to, ignore your conscience over the law? I mean, come on. Honestly, I understand that, again, there are going to be consequences and things of this nature whenever you don't obey the law. That's pretty much granted. But what I'm saying is, when does your conscience ever come to a play? The man said in the book that a flower would die outside of its natural habitat, they want to say. And he said, as of a man. Basically what he's trying to say is, every man is given a conscience. Why don't we use it? If we don't use our conscience, then what's the point of having it? It will eventually die away because we don't even use our fucking conscience. But people will completely ignore their conscience and go against their own morals and what they believe is right for what the many believe is right. Because you can understand the laws were created due to popular sovereignty. The people had the rights to say they voted for these laws, and laws are injected into the whatever the fuck they injected to, and and that's how we got laws. And that's basically what it is. It is the belief of the many rather than the belief of you. So when should you go against what you believe to be right for what the law is saying? It's like we follow every standard, but we never set a standard for ourselves. And it's like, my question is, when do you ever matter? For those people rocking polo and out there buying all these expensive things, do you really actually care? Whenever your house gets burned down and your little sister's in there, do you say, oh, my little sister? Or do you say, oh, my polo? Honestly, does the polo really mean that much to you? Does it honestly mean it? Because how I see it is, a lot of people start caring about this and start making fun of people, in middle school year. And they buy these, $100 ass shoes and, $1,000 on clothes. And how I see it is, you're not going to be wearing half that shit by the time you're, 20. No, you're wearing none of that shit by the time you're, 20. So, why does it even matter? You buy all this expensive shit and all this is a waste of money because it's never going to come with you. And, it's fucked up. And then for the people with the whole law thing, you gotta understand that you are considered an American citizen. You have a say so in things, and I understand there's a law that comes with every fucking thing, but again, you are still a person who has a belief. You should be able to follow your own beliefs and stop being such a fucking sheep. You don't have to follow the fucking guidelines. Is how I see it. To an extent you do, but I believe that to a degree, to a very, very not small, but a pretty big degree, that you can actually have your own thoughts and follow your own thoughts, because it's your opinion. It's your viewpoint on everything. And if you're going to live in this world, you might as well do as you please, because life is too damn short. So maybe we should all find ways to inject our own personal beliefs into what we do, and maybe stop making fun of people because they don't got polo. I'm just saying, my nigga, that's what I would do. Regardless, this has been a moment. Cloud. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace out.